Nifty. Shubham, hi, morning. You have a couple of interesting stocks. Many of these large cap names have been hitting fresh 52-week lows, and Bharti has topped that list. You have a sell call on Bharti this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Sonia. If you look at the medium-term trend for Bharti, we can clearly see that it was there in upward sloping channel, and it tried really hard to get beyond that and see some kind of a breakout, but that did not happen. And recently we saw that that channel was broken down. It again saw a pullback to the level of 340, which is again the resistance of a channel, but did not sustain. So all these things combined, we believe that the underperformance remains there. And over a time frame of 1 month, we believe that the stock will see some more selling pressure coming into place. So we expect a target of 270 on the downside, and a stop loss for the sell trade can be kept at 325.
Okay, so that makes two of you who are bearish on Bharti. Rajat also had a sell on Bharti. Okay, now let me come to the metal stocks. I'm surprised that steel is a buy. As a metal, it's not doing too well economically speaking. But Rajat, your targets on Tata Steel?
First of all, a brief comment. Steel, definitely not an investment bet, but I mean, the kind of overcapacity is all over. I mean, you should not be buying steel for investments, but definitely there are trading opportunities, and from that perspective, I have taken Tata Steel. Tata Steel on 25th of August posted a low of 200, and then on 29th September it revisited and posted slightly lower low of 199.70. After that, it has gone into a consolidation mode. Yesterday, there was a breakout above 89-day moving average, which is the key moving average to track if there is a possibility of some kind of a rally, and that is happening now. That is precisely the reason I have chosen Tata Steel. I put a stop below 239, and my targets are 251 and 254 half.
Okay. To come to the other steel stock, Prakash Gaba, you have a buy on JSW Steel.
Yesterday we did speak about JSW Steel, where the management is here. It said that JSW Steel, among the steel pack, is certainly looking good. Yes, it is still up. I think the first technical target that I have on JSW Steel is 1070. It can go even to 1100. So that's a zone it can climb up to. Stop below 985. Certainly a better stock.
Okay, so that's on JSW Steel. But Shubham, we were talking to Prakash about some of these non-index large caps that have started falling quite a bit, and Bharat Forge is in that list. You have a sell call on Bharat Forge this morning?
Yes, so if we look at the recent behavior, every time we have been seeing a kind of a continuation pattern getting formed, and then the overall trend remains to be down. So on the medium term chart as well, we believe that 700 is an ideal level where one can again start looking at buying opportunity. But till that does not happen, there's a very high possibility that the ongoing downtrend might resume and even accelerate. So given the fact that there was another continuation pattern which was formed about 2 weeks back, and we have seen a breakdown happening from there with a down gap, and it has been consolidating in a very minor zone. So we expect that the odd remains high, that we'll see further round of a sell-off happening, which will push the stock towards the support of 700 to 705, and a stop loss for the sell trade can be kept at 842, which is the recent swing high.
Okay, well, let's cheer up from your quarter as well, Shubham. You have a buy on Ashok Leyland.
Right, so if we look at the movement there, the long-term trend remains positive, and within that, we have seen a consolidation happening. So it's a kind of a range-bound movement that we are seeing on Ashok Leyland, with a very good support around the current level, which is around 85, 86, and the stock is already quoting around the same. So I think a mean reversion is what can happen there with a time frame of about 2 to 2.5 weeks. We expect that the stock can again move towards the upper band of this oscillation, and this can push the stock towards 95. And a stop loss for this trade can be kept at 81, which is ideally the pattern support, and which should not be breached if the stock has to sustain this oscillation.
Okay, that's on Ashok Leyland. But Prakash, getting back to some of your stocks that you've picked up, LIC, that's LIC Housing Finance. You have a buy call on that one. It's been a pretty resilient name through the year. You expect more upsides?
Yeah, it's more of a safer stock here, and I would say that yesterday it has given a kind of a breakout, a couple of days breakout, and LIC can climb to levels closer to around 485. I would have a stop below 465 on LIC and trade long.
Okay, and now I didn't say this, TV18 is a buy.
Yes, certainly. TV18 has been a buy for a couple of days because structurally it's made a good base formation. I think it's a matter of time. It's a buy on dip stock and hold it. The target that I have on TV18 is 44. Stop below 37. Rather, that's the support, I would say. Not stop. It's a buy on dip stock.
Okay. The usual disclosures, that company owns the channel you're watching. And we have no opinion on that. More buys coming from Rajat. Rajat, buy on Maruti as well.
Yeah, I think it should ring a bell in Sonia's ears.
Yes, indeed. At least brings a smile to her face.
Maruti definitely... Maruti definitely looks like a buy because the kind of... first of all, I must tell you one thing. Maruti attracted my attention and I recommended it to my clients for the precise reason that when on Friday there was a carnage, Maruti recovered from the lows of close to 4,400. Two lows close to that level on Thursdays and Fridays, and then there was a rally, and then despite the Dow doing so badly, Maruti right from yesterday morning showed strength, and that strength carried over, although brief downfall happened to about 44.50 yesterday. But ultimately, 45.50, but ultimately it closed above the critical resistance level of 45.80 or thereabout. Now, Maruti, under such situations, I have seen that it actually carries forward this kind of movement even on the third day. I am banking on that. So my stop would be below 45.15 and the targets that I have kept is 46.38 and 47.05. Maruti will complete its pullback rally by the time it reaches about 4,700.
All
Okay,
right,
well,